Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Fornax and welcome to a fairly short one-off kind of video. For today, I want to answer a question posed by the brilliant creator Preach, founder of Preach Gaming, aka Mike. If you do not know this gentleman gamer, he is a massively successful Twitch and YouTube creator, as well as being the overlord of PreachCon, his wildly successful UK-based annual gaming convention. But today, it's his current series that has prompted this video, for Preach is undertaking a kind of a grand tour of the most successful MMO games, assessing, the state of the MMO gaming multiverse. 4 games are in his crosshairs: World of Warcraft, a game he has played religiously for the past 16 years, Final Fantasy XIV, Destiny 2 and Guild Wars 2, all of which I have played as well, including WoW since about 2005. Now his plan is to level gear and beat each of the game's max rating tiers, sharing his experiences, thoughts and critiques, as well as exposing disparate fandoms to the virtues and vices of other games in the genre. The moment he's adventuring through Guild Wars 2, he's played the personal story and is working his way through Season 1 of The Living World. Links to all his socials and much more below. So, during his live streams, Preach has posed a number of questions about Guild Wars 2, and I wanted to take the time to answer at least one of those questions here. Why am I answering only one? Well, he is specifically playing the game without checking the internet. He wants a blind experience. However, as a long-time player, I know that one of his questions will not be answered by playing the game. And also, I think he'll find my answer quite interesting from a game-playing stance. So, what's the question? Why has The Living World Season 1 been reintroduced after so many years? Sounds like a very simple question, but it's actually got a lot of depth to it. And first, we have to talk about why it was absent in the first place. When Guild Wars 2 first launched, the grand plan of the dev team was to have one-time, one-off events happening in the world. They wanted to create a real living world, an ever-evolving, ever-changing world. So in Season 1 of that living world, we had the invasion of Lion's Arch by the Karka, as well as the city's destruction and its rebuilding, all one-off events, never to be repeated. If you were there, you had epic bragging rights and one-off loot. If you missed it, well, sad day for you, sunshine. Season 1 of The Living World was delivered to players in rapid succession. It was a punishing cadence to keep up with as a player, let alone a developer. I can't even. However, like all the best laid battle plans, well, it didn't survive engagement with the enemy. The community was split, simultaneously overwhelmed by the cadence and underwhelmed by the scope and scale of a number of its releases. The Big Bad introduced 2 split opinions, and some of the long-term problems of one-off content became very apparent. You see, Season 1 introduced all the main characters we'd be adventuring with for a decade to come. So if you missed Season 1, you had no clue, without going outside the game, who these people were, how they came to be your companions, and what your relationship was with them. Needless to say, it was not great for immersion or narrative continuity. Whether this strategy of one-off content could have worked in the long term is unclear, and perhaps if they'd uncoupled it from the overarching narrative of the game, it could well have. However, we'll never know, because in response to all this and more, the devs did a 180. From Season 2 onwards, all content would be replayable endlessly, and they married this new ethos with the game's expansive achievement system, and the foundation of the modern game was born. In fact, going forward, Living World seasons were the bridging narrative between expansions right up to 2023 and the studio's newest roadmap. Links above if you're interested in a deep dive for that. So why did they wait to put Season 2 back into the game until 2022? Generally, I think it was reintroduced as a consequence of player pressure. We have been banging on and complaining loudly and often about its absence since the season was lost. However, I think ArenaNet's long-term goal of improving the starting game and new player retention, along with its Steam launch, played a factor in the timing of its release. I hope this answer has given you some insight into the evolution of the game and I highly recommend playing through the game's expansions as the story and map design improve no end. I also urge you to experience the game's standout group content, meta maps. These whole map open world raid bosses are unique in the genre, and I think your assessments of the game would be incomplete without experiencing and playing through at least a couple of them. I want to thank Preach for giving Guild Wars 2 a fair and thorough assessment, and I hope he and his community enjoy adventuring through Tyria. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.